Welcome back to the Peppercorn Boys, where the group chat, it became the podcast. This is episode 79. I am Bruno, and every week I am joined by Scott and Joe.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Peppercorn Boys.
Hi there.
Don't have to reach in anymore. Hello.
And like I said, you can catch us every single Monday. And if you want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button anywhere where you listen to your podcasts or watch us on YouTube. And for the eagle-eyed viewers and listeners out there, you may or may not have noticed that we took a week off. And it turns out we are more prepared for Bruno's holidays than for big life events.
Yeah.
So, Scott, do you want to fill us in, mate, on the week that's been?
Yeah, I'll fill you in.
I don't think much happened, did it?
Your piece of work.
Nothing really happened.
Bruno doesn't like when I say this, but I'll say this.
Yeah.
And I'll say this.
Say it.
I don't like what Bruno says, which is like I was saying, or like I said, and he hasn't said anything.
Do I have any?
You just look really hard to one way.
Oh!
Too hard. When Joe opens his eyes, he goes, like he calibrates. No, Bruno, he'll go, like I said, you can follow us here, which it could mean because of 2 weeks ago or last week.
He's
But usually you say it again once you say at the end of the episode.
No. This one was because I already said you can catch us every Monday. I swear when I said we're the Peppercorn Boys. I don't know.
No, you didn't. No, I want him to say you didn't. No, you didn't.
Okay. That's fair. That's almost as much of a train wreck as my attempt at a solo podcast last
Release
week.
It. Can you put it at the end of this episode? Did you send it to me personally and I can enjoy it?
I want to know how it started.
I did say for everything that's gone on, that's my gift to you. You're allowed
Thank
that.
you, Bryn.
I'll release it.
Release it. Oh, you will release it or release it just to me?
No. I'll release it to you. Yeah,
that's a shame.
Cop tease.
It's been a week and we have missed an episode and we do apologize. The thing is, you can't plan life events quite like you can plan a holiday.
No, it's unpredictable.
There's a little bit unpredictability about it.
Things happen. You feel different. You feel things.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think we could have nipped one in here last week.
It would have been
but
tight.
It would have been very
tight.
I might have upset.
It would have been, it would have been tight and it would have been exhaustion led. But maybe
I could have got a good
maybe a shorter one or anything. The only lessons business taught that I've learned from it that we might have to take. Into,
I hate that. You sound like that guy that cooks like roast dinners.
Ooh.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Oh. Yeah.
He's got like a shaved head and he's always in like a cottage or somewhere and he's like, just bang bang the bacon in. He said, just put half a stick of butter in there. He said, that lovely jubbly. Yeah, he's like a modern, kind of what Jamie Oliver was doing, but there's something quite alarming about him.
It's a lot. It feels like you should listen to what he has to say, but probably shouldn't.
Salty flavors.
Yeah.
That's very good. I've watched a lot of him recently. I don't know why.
Yeah, he's popped up, mate. Join his club. Or do you want to join my cook club?
Cook club?
I'll join you.
I'll join you in anything you do.
Yeah, I'll
follow you to the ends of earth.
I appreciate that.
I'm like a lemming.
However,
I'm a retriever as well. So
yeah, you definitely are. Definitely are proper retriever energy. What would you say I am?
You're
a chow?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, chow.
It's a chow.
Greedy human. Something like that.
Definitely a chow.
Yeah, he's a chow. Yeah.
All right, I like it. Scott's a lab, I think.
Yeah, I'm a lab. My hips are gone, but I'm a little goofy, huh?
Yeah, but clumsy. You're not clumsy though. I'm clumsy. Labs are quite clumsy.
I don't think I'm not that clumsy. I don't know what I am. I'd like to think I'm a Vizsla, but I haven't got the neck for it. Yeah, you're a chow, Bruno. You've got a dark tongue, you're dead behind the eyes, and you will bite people when you take their food. So
yeah, I will. Yeah, all the
and Chinese heritage.
But we'll probably have to get a couple in the can around Joe's wedding, baby. I feel like it might be a bit bang bang bosh bosh and we might not get what we want, and that is the wedding podcast.
Yeah, the wedding podcast is a big one. I reckon we should reveal all the pictures as well. We weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
I think Little Red actively kept saying, these are only going to be for us, aren't they?
Oh, because I remember one in particular that you may have got or may not have got that he's very worried about.
I don't remember, but I like that. Well, when that one unravels on the podcast, that'd be
we shall see. But Scott, come on, we're teasing
the
audience
week
right now.
I'll tell you about it.
Been a big week.
So we've officially moved from Lidl to Tesco's again.
Oh,
it's a big one.
Oh,
no, it's been a week. I'm now father. I'm now your father.
Officially.
I have a small unnamed child.
Yeah, unnamed. Yeah,
and I didn't know we would have this much heat from people as well about the name. We have 6 weeks to sort it. Paul was telling me it took him about 7-8 days.
Okay.
Oh wow.
And yeah, he was like, "Yeah, people get on you about it."
Yeah, people even at work. People are asking a lot.
People are actively agitated.
Yeah, they
about
don't like it.
The situation. Why is he not named? We went to a hearing test today. His hearing is perfect. That was what today was about, Bruno. Because when he was born, he had a hearing test within hours of being in the world, where they put these tiny little headphones in their ear, and they see if they get like a return from the eardrum.
I heard they played our podcast.
They did, yeah. And he said, if he says, I'll say this one more time.
I think they play our podcast just to see if they're going to laugh or not, because they can hear what we're saying, but they didn't laugh. And I don't know if that's against our lack of good humor or if they just can't hear.
It could be both, yeah. Well, we think there was fluid in the ear. So she was like, we're not saying he can't hear. Oh. We can't get any receptors, so we need to get you to come back. Yeah. So we came back today, and yeah, it's all clear.
He can hear.
He can hear. We knew he could because he can certainly hear Luke, because he throws his arms like this. Oh! Every time he barks. Oh! Wow! Look at that. It's like a little, is that one thing, like looking at the back of Jules Holland?
Is he as hearing sensitive as the big man?
Yeah, just as sensitive. His ears are about the same size as yours as well, which is mad.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, his ear canals. Honestly, I've never seen such small ear canals.
Oh.
But I think that's just a baby thing.
Those little Simpson seeds.
No.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
He is without a doubt a beauty, one of one.
Yeah, he's lucky.
He's the best.
He had all the midwives. I think people all say this, but legit, we had people we didn't know just appearing. Yeah. I heard about him, so I come see him, and he was just sadder. And like we've spoken, he doesn't open his eyes a lot. But you have to give him a reason. You give him a reason, he'll give you the eyes. Do you know what I mean? And they'd come in there and they'd see him hunched over the edge of the bed like this. So you just see the back of his, like Jules Holland at a piano. And then you just go, because he's got the strongest neck.
He's a big, strong boy.
Today, because we joked yesterday, I passed him to my dad last night and I was getting something out of the cupboard. And he went to see what I was doing. Dad was like,
look around.
Yeah. Dad was like, Jesus, he's looking at you. And I was just like, I gave him a reason, I guess. I must have annoyed him. Yeah, he shouldn't have that neck yet. And today in the hearing test, she did something and he like trapped her finger against the side of the thing. And she was like, God, he's moving his neck. Like she was like, I've not, like when I do hearing, they don't usually move their neck like that. At one point, he didn't like the sound. It must have been a rival podcast. He put his hand up and he just pushed her away like that. And she went, he's very strong. He doesn't look that big.
He's really strong.
He's very compact.
I watched him snatch a rag out of Lissy's hand.
Yeah, he wouldn't let go of that.
He threw it down, threw up in it and gave it back.
But no, you've got to give him a reason. He only opens his eyes if you give him a reason. But the midwives came over to see him and they were like, oh my God, look at his hair. And he's
got a lot of hair.
He'd have a little look. And at the minute, his eye muscle hasn't developed. So he's essentially cross-eyed most of the time. So, which is, I think, more entertaining. Yeah, he loves that. There's a lot more to these stories that I will do a whole bit on, but I'll do it on a Patreon eventually because I feel like it's too personal, but it's extremely funny and terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Honestly, that story you told me last night had me in stitches.
Yeah, that one's too dark for this one, but
yeah,
the only thing I'd say is right at the end, right as the pregnancy, this one I can say, right at the end, just as they're about to be delivered, the anaesthetist leaned into me, and this is like, it's 20 seconds before, and goes, do you have a playlist? And I went, I do. I didn't want to get into it. I was like, no, I'm all right.
I'm good.
And then I carried on. And then as soon as that baby appeared and just here he came, Music's played. It's like an entrance song. And I'm fairly sure it was Billie Eilish. I wish I knew the exact song.
Billie Eilish.
Oh, he needs it. He needs it. That's because like what was number one when he was born?
Ordinary.
We need to know that. Okay.
Alex Warren? Is it?
Yeah. Ordinary.
It's perfect.
Because that is going to be technically his birth song. But if you find out what that Billie Eilish one was, that's his
entrance music.
That's the
I wonder
one
how I'd ever get back to that.
Wanted.
I mean,
don't know. Just go dap up the lad in the.
I'll go in there and look for him.
He'll tell you.
It was actually Enter Shikari and Anesthesis. That was what was mad. But it was you couldn't have timed it better, and it wasn't until halfway through the song I went, "Is there music playing? It's quite loud." And it went from a very quiet room.
It's to cut the tension.
Yeah, I was like. I felt like it was access.
It felt a bit like that AEW Stadium Stampede match where it was
chaos. I was literally sat there. I was like,
let the bodies hit the floor was playing like multiple times.
To be fair, you had a lot of feelings going through your body. So.
I went from honestly feeling like I was in, like in a film and they'll kind of act like you're in the middle of nowhere and you're kind of in a white room and it's just you. I went from that into like all of a sudden it just like synced and it was like I'm in a busy coffee shop and there was like loud music playing, people chatting. I was like, it just so much changed in a split second. But even one of the midwives, the student midwife, shout out, Mared, who's been with us from the get-go. It's her first ever through the process. Yeah. But she did a 17-hour shift.
I met her last week.
You did, yeah.
Bless her.
And she stuck it. She was supposed to go out that night. She pulled it and she's kept staying.
Fair play.
She went right through. And she walked back over with the baby. She goes, are they playing music? I went, yeah. And she goes, it's not even good music, is it? I don't know. I
can't hear anything.
I was like, honestly, it felt like everything just came back into sound. I was like, did the music play the whole time? Or just then? But I mean, he was like, I'm ready to go with my orcs. Because that's what I said to young Elton Prince. I told the story and he said, the brother tried to give you the orcs.
He did, yeah.
And I was like,
he was willing.
He did.
He really did right at the time in which you're not usually.
Yeah.
Get
your iPod on you.
Yeah, and I say this, Bruno. I made a 200 song playlist for Lissy the day before.
You did?
For the Labour.
You did. That's impressive to get 200 songs in a day.
We didn't listen to one. So since we've been playing it for the baby and singing the songs.
Nice.
Because there's a mixture of obviously for Lissy. So it jumps from like Legally Blonde soundtrack to Panic at the Disco to State Champs to Westlife. Take That. Get in loads of country music, obviously.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there a heavy song in there? There's a couple deep cuts. Here Comes the Hot Stubber, the Awakened Demons.
Nice. You got that one?
Yeah,
because
that was
the first song that I listened to with her because she was at that party that we met her at.
Yeah.
And she was in the room in which we got the aux cable.
Yeah.
Full circle moment here.
Yeah.
We went in there and we're like, we got the aux cable. So it was like four of us. And
Can you imagine if that one came on first when you hit shuffle?
Madness. And but that was our go-to. That was our first song we had when we got given an aux cable in 2010.
Yeah.
In June or July of 2010. July 2010.
Hey, we love a aux cable.
We like an aux cable.
We want to control.
Let me plug it in.
And if you give us a Punk Goes Pop album.
We'll play it.
Yeah, we'll play it. What else was in there? We had, is it War? What is it good for?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. And you know why? Bruno, no.
Why?
Rush Hour. But you don't know, you love Rush Hour, surely?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
You've never seen Rush Hour?
What? No, I'm fairly sure you got me into Rush Hour.
No, I didn't.
Rush Hour is like, it's made for you.
It's perfect.
I haven't. I'm excited.
You should.
I'm convinced you got me into Rush Hour.
I want to be in your
If someone asked, I would have said, "Oh, Bruno showed me Rush Hour."
Shall we watch it this weekend?
Yeah, I just watched it, but I mean,
did you?
Yeah, that's why we had the song because that was the last film we watched.
All right. Okay.
But
I'll watch it.
It's the way where Jackie Chan standing. He's got the headphones and he goes, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. That's the gag.
Yeah.
And then is it Chris Rock? Is it
Chris Tucker?
Chris Tucker. He's like, he can't stand it. And they keep going back and forth and they're like dancing in the street.
Yeah. Great film.
So good.
I like that.
So that was in there. There was some deeper cuts in there. And I can't remember. We had some
theme
Hannah
song
Montana.
from Home Improvement.
No,
Hannah Montana, what, The Climb?
The Climb's in there. Hannah Montana, the
Or-
actual
Okay.
theme
All
song
right.
as well,
Good.
as well as The Climb.
Yeah. And You'll Always Find Your Way Back Home.
That's not in there. Sorry. What is it? There's another one. Some Britney in there that we both really got a little.
I heard "Hit Me Baby One More
Yeah,
Time." It was on the radio this morning on the way to work, and that is a heck of a
It's
song.
a heck of a song. These were
It's
more
so
what's that one?
Lucky.
No, it wasn't Lucky. Do you know in Crossroads
Oh,
when she's on the
I'm
cliff?
Not a Girl.
Oh, that is I'm Not a Girl.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm not. Yeah.
Is there another one called like Stronger
yeah,
or something?
Woman.
yeah, "Stronger's" a good
Yeah.
one.
I think it might be that.
Yeah,
As
that
well.
was during her Pepsi Max and Skechers days.
Right.
No, Stronger was an album before, I think. In that film, it was not. I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman, but
Definitely.
and the I Love Rock and Roll, wasn't it?
That was definitely in there. Yeah, when they got
Was that
yeah,
that
her and
era?
Mimi have to go win the money. I mean, pregnant Mimi is struggling. You know,
Good film.
I watched it recently and it does hold up.
Does it?
Yeah, it's
Good.
It's unbelievable.
Good.
But no, Chris Tucker in Rush Hour. That's where that was from. Weirdly, that was the last film we watched before we went in,
Yeah.
and we watched a film the night he was born. And I went and got a McDonald's. We absolutely hadn't slept for maybe 40 hours.
So was he here at this point?
He was here. He was in the little cot.
So
in
it's
the
his first
hospital.
film.
His first film. I went and got McDonald's and I shut the curtain so no one could get to us. Lights down, McDonald's in hand, phone on the end of the hospital bed.
Is that how you're watching it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Couples retreat. I was on Amazon Prime and I was just trying to find something that we could just throw away, like something we've seen that
Yeah, you didn't have to like
think about. Had a nice vibe. It's funny. And also, I always forget his name. Jon Favreau?
Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
From Friends
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Happy is
Marvel.
from Iron Man, yeah.
And a very like successful director.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, he's in it and he plays that. I think he plays the exact same character in This Is 40, maybe, where it's his wife and he's always like shouting. And in this one, it's when his door walks through, and like I said, he's like shouting a thing, and he's like, "Hey, where you going with that?" And he's like shouting at her.
Yeah.
And I said this, he literally plays Kieran, and I don't know why, but there's something about him. It's gonna goatee, and he's quite chunky, and he's always like he's always like whistling and stuff.
I need to see Chef.
That's a great film.
He's
I've seen it now.
yeah, I haven't seen it.
Chef's a good film.
Yeah. Pops up a lot.
Yeah, so that was the film we watched before, and one which I think if you'd said 10 years ago, pick two films that it's going to end up being. Maybe if you asked me 2 weeks ago, I would never have picked.
You'd have overthought it.
New Shoes for Christmas. Yeah, it's
shoes,
amazing. Now those now mean something. One Tree Hill and OC theme songs are in there.
Nice.
There was a couple that.
Any rap?
Yes, Church by T-Pain.
Okay.
She had a big reaction to that.
Big Step Up too.
No, I messed
Step
up
Up.
there. Yeah, that's definitely I missed that one.
No, but it was in Step Up.
Yeah.
too,
Oh, okay.
Church.
Yeah.
We're going to have to take it back to church.
Kiss Kiss by Chris Brown. And T-Pain.
Best Chris
Obviously,
Brown
shout
song.
out Chris Brown, Horrible Human, but that song.
His
Yeah,
songs, though.
I was
He's
gonna
got
say.
That one, though.
He's got some great songs. That is the best one.
His one with Bieber was good.
Right.
He's
Oh,
got-
shout out Bieber.
He got
That's a sign.
great songs. Oh,
That's
yeah.
a sign.
Someone needs
Did
to
you?
say-
Yeah.
Big Arsenal fan.
Well, is he though?
Yeah, he posts a lot about
He
Arsenal.
does post a lot, but I feel like when you talk to him, when I talk to him,
Yeah.
He's not gonna- he's not-
Is he a real-
what I've seen interviews with him where he's on Arsenal TV and he very much comes across like he has no clue what's going on.
Okay.
But then he will post up like a deep cut. He put like Ramondi up or something. You're just like,
Yeah.
what is he?
And he'll
doing?
put up pictures of him like having a deep chat with like Arteta or something.
Yeah, and then when you hear the interview,
Access though, isn't it?
yeah,
Is he a deep gooner? That's what
he's
we
not
need to
Bobby
know.
Lee Gooner, and he's not Anne Hathaway.
No, he's a
Okay.
surface gooner.
No one is.
No, he's not got like a group chat with his family about it like Anne Hathaway. I mean, I'm fairly sure he just gets invited to the LA games, and
Yeah.
because of that. But the thing is, I say this: he only wears that shirt.
He does, yeah.
Unlike Central C, who did the whole Chelsea reveal of the new shirt
Yeah.
with the QPR shirt tattoo actively in the
Ah,
and had done videos where he's like at the Fulham ground. Very confused Londoner, and I think he's already said, I don't actually watch football. He's like, why do you have a QPR though?
yeah, it's a lot, isn't it?
Like, QPR of all teams. But getting back to what we were talking about.
No.
It was quite the experience. I say you should give it a go.
You reckon?
Yeah. It's the worst and best thing ever.
Yeah, I imagine. It seemed very stressful. From a distance, it was very stressful.
It depends how it goes, really, isn't it? Like, if it's a really smooth sail.
Yeah, I'm still stressed now.
You don't have to be stressed now.
I mean, I went in there and I was immediately anxious just looking at him.
No, he's good. He's just, honestly, you didn't give him did he open his eyes?
Yeah, a little bit. He had a little flicker. He was asleep.
Sometimes he opens the one.
Yeah, look at that sad face, though, when he sleeps. I don't like
He does the Bruno eyes. I was telling Bruno on FaceTime the other night. He does the, like, so sometimes you'll kind of go, you don't know if he wants food, so you go dummy. And then you put it in his mouth, and then he realizes it's not milk. And he does this, like, and it reminds you a lot of Bruno. Yeah.
He's got my snarl.
Yeah, he's like,
what are you giving me?
He does that a lot.
Yeah, do you feel anxious 24/7?
No, I'm all right.
I feel quite anxious.
No, I'm not. Naturally, there's another thing you're worried about. The big anxious for me was when we got in was Luke being very anxious.
Yeah.
Whereas Luke's been really good.
It's tough because you were gone for so long. That elation, like Luke had to deal with the zoomies, and you had to deal with Luke with the zoomies and bringing a child into the
precious
house,
little porcelain doll.
You can't leave one outside, and he wants to know what's in
there.
What
Lewis quite liked was once I took him out of the car seat and I put it on the table with him, Luke went and sniffed the car seat and then ran off with the car seat, the whole car seat. And I thought, well, that's not good. I don't like that. But the first couple of nights were tough because we had to try and keep it all apart. We don't sleep he doesn't sleep in the same room as him yet because he's not really sleeping normal vans. But like last night until 2 a.m., I was in the front room for like 6-7 hours, and baby Luke on his bed. And the only time Luke gets up is if he cries. He puts his head up like that, and his little skins will push up. And then last night he made like a really sad sound while he sleeps. And Luke, from a dead sleep, ran around, got about an inch from his face, all his ears forward. And I was like, Luke, Luke, it's fine. And it stayed for about 30 seconds. I said, now you're gonna have to leave. And he's like, and he just went back to bed. So he's very protective. If you remember with Pax cried. He was really upset.
Yeah.
So
he's a sensitive soul. Yeah,
again, they're never going to be left alone. But I mean, I'm just glad it's even here.
Yes.
Because that's always the worry, especially when we took a rescue who's bad with people, dogs, everything.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
And he's done, touch wood, he's doing really well. So
he's doing well.
He's always been great with people anyway, like here. His cousins come over, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Like Sylvester down, yeah. Sylvester's not a fan.
That gorgeous sailor bitch comes in there. He loves it. He loves it. When she wanders in looking at all miserable, and he's like, she is.
I think when she got spayed and they had that shaved patch there, she's like, whack an anchor on.
She had one. That's what they found.
Yeah, it's under there. Like,
it was asked from the army.
That old blue faded.
Yeah. The what was I gonna say? It's like Nick on New Girl when that old lady shouts at him. He's like, "Oh, stop it! I'm gonna fall in love with you." That's Luke with lady. She's like, and he's just like, "Stop it." He's like, classic. She'll be right there. Trust me. He's doing really well. But no, as far as not going into crazy detail, it was quite an experience, and there's some very alarming stories and very funny stories that we will get into eventually, maybe in a more condensed setting. That isn't just free to the world forever, because they might not want that. Or Lissy.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
But the Orcs, I'd say the Orcs one's the funniest one. There's a darker one that's even funnier. Maybe that's the.
Do I know this?
I don't think you do. I don't think you do.
You'll have to tune in. Get Patreon. I'll be there with you.
I'll tell you for the first time when we eventually do a Patreon.
Sweet.
Get my and also, can I just say shout out to Max at work, because he messaged me today, just checking in. He said, I listened to the pod on holiday.
I talked to him yesterday about it.
It was the one where we were talking about him.
Yeah.
And he said it gave him real good encouragement. So
nice.
Hey, Max.
Nice.
I spoke to him briefly about it yesterday because I said we were talking about you on the podcast.
Yeah.
And he went, I've only heard the Pump My Gas one. And he said it was very funny. And we had a very quick conversation about breaking the seal on getting up there and kind of doing it.
And I brought his dirty laundry to the podcast as well, which I'm sure he's chuffed up.
No, and it was quite nice to talk to him about it, because I can't imagine...
He doesn't get to talk about comedy with many people.
And not many people that, obviously, we broke the seal on performing, that nervous, thing. You don't often get to talk to people that have broken that seal and are doing performance stuff. And I said to him, when I was a kid, I was super nervous. I was the kid in the audience that didn't want to be picked out. And he said when he went to a comedy show, that's what kind of made him nervous. Is when he went to watch, the comedian would kind of go towards him, and he hated it. So he said, "Well, I'm going to hate being up there then if I don't want." But I said, "It's different.
So you're in control."
Yeah. When you're turning up to watch a show, you're in I'm watching mode. When you turn up knowing you've got to perform, adrenaline kicks in,
and you know you're going to get roasted. Well, see, if you're roasting, you're in control. They can't roast you back because they've not got the mic.
Yeah, put it all out there.
What was I going to say there?
Oh, I said he wants to come by and watch us do this at some point as well.
Oh yeah,
just to see how it all works.
I get
him on here.
Well, I did. That's how I said. I offered it up. I said, "Do you want to be on it?" And he said, "Well, I'll come watch." But
what we'll do is we'll trick him. He's not like he's listening.
We're doing in person one.
We're doing in person,
and then I might have like an ally
in person.
Yeah, you might
in person. That'd be nice.
In person, would be nice. And also around the wedding time, when we got people around like Alex, Kieran, and people around. I mean, an in person would be so good to have more people in.
Yeah.
I don't want to put too much on Joe's day because you know how overwhelmed Joe gets at times.
Are you only up for the day then? Is that right?
I've got when's Kieran and that lot up?
I think they're like 4 days.
I've got from the Thursday. I'll be up on the Thursday all day.
What day's the thing?
And then Friday the wedding, and then I'll be there Saturday.
I've got no more days off this year.
And then
I'll be able to make it if I do the early.
But if the plan is to get more,
I know Al's coming out for like a.
Did we
holiday.
sort out?
He's made it like.
Did we sort out? Nice. Did we sort out arrangements for that weekend already? I feel like
you and Kieran are staying at Joe's or something. I knew something like that.
Yeah,
because of a reason. Because of the dogs?
Yeah, so basically, just for everyone to know, we're gonna. Lisa's obviously not there the night before.
Why?
Yeah,
because she's going to get ready somewhere else.
Oh, I've done this. I should know.
Yeah, and then it's going to be me, you, Kieran. I mean, you can come as well. I just wasn't sure with the baby.
I got a baby.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because we're all going to obviously go from there to the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I always have to break it to Lisa that Luke's at the wedding.
Yeah, so basically we're going to be there the night before.
Everyone keeps laughing when I say that, but I mean,
then it's going to get to like we got to be there between 11 and 12, like somewhere in there to greet guests and stuff. Well, I have anyway.
Yeah, the women hide. So what happens there is the women hide and you have to stand out front.
They get a grand entrance.
Yeah, you don't get anything.
Yeah,
I had no entrance music.
You what?
I had entrance music.
Did you?
I think so.
I can't remember.
I think it was lightly playing when I entered, but it wasn't like a.
Lightly.
It was just. It was like a playlist that was playing. That I think. No, I don't think I did. I think I remember thinking Johnny Gargano was weird because he had his own entrance.
Did he? Well, he's got.
What's he got?
It's his day.
I want entrance music.
Yeah, but we're basically going to be there till like 11ish, and then the dog sitter's coming over, and then I think you and Kieran can then come back to ours, and take over from the dog sitter.
Dorset. Okay.
Did you say Dorset?
Dog sitter.
Cool. And then you're going to come back, take over from her. She's going to leave, and then you can obviously stay there, and then we'll be back that next day at some point. So it's kind of like a relay of dog sitting.
Yeah.
We'll figure out all the details.
Oh, you got to stand out front and you got to shake a lot of hands.
I've got to shake babies and kiss hands.
It's a very weird one.
We all have them.
Yeah, we were all there.
We all got a loiter out the front.
Yeah,
you just got to go over there.
Yeah.
Lovely to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
What do the Welsh people say? Diolch.
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 Yeah, diolch.
Say over there.
What's that back?
What's
that back?
What's that thing they say when they say under their breath a lot? I've noticed it.
Back.
What's that? Like,
I don't know.
It's love, isn't it?
I think it's just an endearing term.
I think, it's just to be like, oh, lovely. Like, if you said, oh, lovely. Or, oh, lovely.
Well, hello,
because
darling.
the midwives said it, they'll say, like, you'll say something like, darling. Just like in your...
Yeah. Back.
What was that? Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's actually open for a Thursday evening
Podcast.
Oh, God, yeah, because we're all going to be there,
yeah.
And even if it was just you, Kieran, and Joe, I think I would want to watch it. So
And Max.
Max is there. Hell yeah, get Max there.
Max is drafted in. I like
Max
it.
is very involved at this point.
Hello.
You said about breaking the seal.
Yeah.
I have a question for the podcast. Is there anything that you consider fairly normal that you've never broken a seal because you're a little bit nervous?
Ooh.
I'm going to throw one to you.
Yeah. I need
please.
An option.
I need to know what this is.
For me, it's crowd surfing.
Oh,
So it's a fairly normal thing that people do.
yeah.
I've never done it. I'm absolutely petrified. I would never do it.
I did it the once, and I think that's enough.
Yeah, but I haven't even done it the one time. I can't bring. If I was there, I'm like, I'm never going. Could you lift me up?
Like putting yourself on top of people is. I feel like putting other people out.
But this is it.
Like, they're having a good time, and now I'm now on your head.
Look at Andrew Taylor.
Oh no, don't. Oh, don't. I'm trying to. You're so annoying. His is this.
Oh, I don't watch his content. Have you unsubscribed? Have you unsubscribed from his Patreon yet?
I don't know who he is.
It's Bruno's idol.
He's a big brother, right?
What about Subway sandwiches, Scott?
Is that an offer? I'm hungry.
I'm lost.
What does that mean?
What I did in Orlando.
What happened?
Bloody, you've got baby brain.
Oh, I was talking about. Yeah, I got it. Now I understand. No, I don't think that's a normal thing because I don't think that's a normal thing. I think that's totally illegal and disgusting. So, no.
In certain states, it's fine.
We're not in a state.
Hold on, and I quote: "What is your dream for your later life?"
Oh, to be Willie Nelson. Yeah.
To be on a farm, a bunch of goats.
Potentially, yeah. And again, this is someone who's never touched a drug, never touched a drink.
Why are you hanging out?
But I also believe when I hit 50, I might want to do that. Maybe 60, because 50's become a little bit the new 40.
My favourite part about this dream is you're hanging out on a farm with like John Cena, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods. Like,
no, it's little fainting goats.
Oh,
it's me and Lissy. We're in dungarees. I have pigtails with the very minimal hair that's left. I'll say this about my child.
Yeah,
this hurt me a lot. He has a stronger upper lip and a crown of hair than me.
That is a strong upper lip
and a strong crown of hair. That's killer. Because I made that. How does that happen?
Good hair. Strong baby.
Strong hair. Don't gotta eat. Let him know you're coming. I don't know. And he's like tapered as well. Like when you change his nappy, he goes, and he puts his arms out. It's like Trip, you know. He goes, and you're just like, hell yeah. I'm like a rock star. Because I was telling him about Shawn Michaels and the Montreal Screwjob the other day. And I mean, and he didn't care.
He didn't care.
That's the first lesson.
Sang North London Forever to him as well, and he did make a funny face. So it's a work in progress.
That's a worry.
Yeah, it's a work in progress.
To be fair, was he? No, he wasn't alive to see Spurs win the trophy.
No, he waited.
He waited. But they are.
He wasn't in.
It's not going to happen in his lifetime.
I don't even. That's made me instantly my heart sunk. Is there anything that you haven't broken the seal of that you think? Do you know what? I wonder if I will.
Just normal stuff. Are we talking? Like just regular,
like something that's like. I mean, I'm not going to say bungee jumping.
As ordinary as crowd surfing. Oh,
what was that?
I haven't broken the seal on skydiving yet.
Yeah, that feels like crowd surfing feels like a very normal thing. I feel like that's like a step up. But I think lower, like I don't know, like certain people just do certain things.
Being able to hit on women in bars.
That's a very. He said hit on women, by the way.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, because obviously that's his past, and the past is the past. I broke a seal this week with something that was not a physical thing, but I started watching The Office.
You did?
And that feels like a seal that was supposed to be broken a long time ago.
Yeah.
I need to break that seal.
I'm on season 3.
Are you?
The short seasons.
It's quick.
It's very quick.
It's good.
It's a lot not what I expected.
Is it not?
The humor, because I've been told, and this is definitely slightly derogatory when they say it, is I'm Michael Scott. And I'm hoping they mean the humor's good.
Oh, Steve Carell's humor in that is up your street.
Because I know people call Arteta Michael Scott. He's quite embarrassing.
Yeah, he's a man manager.
Right. So I hope it's not that, because I don't think I have that kind of...
No, it's the humor.
It's the humor. It's very similar. Like, he gets stuff constantly wrong. And it's way more risky. The humor in it it's started in 2005.
Yeah,
it ended in 2012.
It's dated.
When did the UK
It ended in
office start and
2005.
finish?
So it started like 99.
Mad, yeah, it was about that.
Wow.
And also, since now I'm watching The Office, I realized that every show we watch now is ripped off The Office.
Oh, yeah.
Like, to an extent, like the humor, the way in which they shoot it, certain things. Like, I know Ricky Gervais is a bit of a genius and came up with that whole concept, but the little looks to the camera that they all do, that they don't, it's not even like an obvious like turn.
Yeah.
They just clock it in random parts. Like sometimes I just, but it makes the whole bit.
It's a lot of this.
Yeah, they shake their head and like carry on looking. But
John Krasinski's good in it.
Yeah, and I'm so early in it, but the story with him and the receptionist.
Yeah, that's a big story in it. Yeah.
That's what I mean. I didn't know there was this lovely
it's nice.
bubbling story.
It's got all sorts.
You'll love that story, Bruno. That's right up your street. But no, I didn't know, and I realized like car share, the BK thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same humor.
But no, it's very funny.
You're going to ride with that.
Yeah, some of the stuff he says is so awful. But it's very funny. Yeah, it's not what I expected, but I'd say it's better than I expected.
Yeah, it's good. I'd never watched it until Lisa.
And that theme music's very comforting. Like when you hear it again, you're like,
yeah, it's one of our go-tos if we've got nothing to watch and we've just made dinner.
I think Sam watches him on the road, like when he's in a hotel.
It's good.
Lou watches in between them.
I like that. I would probably watch Friends, One Tree Hill, or New Girl.
New Girl's definitely
or
my
How
one.
or How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would be
like the background while you're like eating
company.
and stuff like that.
You don't need to know what's going on because you know already.
Well, currently ours is Office and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It goes back and forth.
So Brooklyn is definitely one of mine.
Yeah.
But because I haven't watched it in ages, we're purposely leaving it for as long as possible to then start it again.
Nice.
So it feels really fresh.
So you get that. You get that second.
Yeah, and
high.
I don't want to do like season 3 is always a high with him. Season 3, episode 6. I don't want to just watch that randomly and then before you know, and you do get back to it, like, I've seen all these so recently.
Yeah,
I want to just bang them out.
Yeah,
I like that.
What else? Yeah, that's what I broke the seal on. I don't know, even things like olives or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's all. It's things like that. But I was just interested. Then came to mind. We're like, I tell you what, I don't do is like something that everyone does. But you're like, nah, I've never felt confident enough to do that. Like Bruno talking to women.
Oh, hello.
Oh, I think I've done it.
I wouldn't jump on a trampoline in front of people.
You have done that.
I've gone to those places once.
No. At Mandy's house.
Oh my god! I was 13. Like, yeah, but no, I'm broken the seal. Yeah, but the seal is reformed.
Oh, it's resealed, is it?
Yes, it is.
If
you leave a nut and a bolt, and if you put a bolt in. And then you take the bolt out, and then you put the bolt back in and leave it 20 years. What does it do? It rusts over and seals.
Are we pretty much saying that I'm probably a again?
Yes. Yes, we are. Yes. No, he's what was Brooke Davis? Virgins
for Life on it. Clean Teens. Virgins for Life.
That's it. That's what Stephen Clay.
It's probably got all scaly like
you know what I
kettle
mean?
in there.
Like, you know when people do things like they'll go to like a trampoline park and they'll bounce. I've been there.
Just to freely throw like and bounce.
Yeah, but it petrifies me. The idea of doing it feels very like when you're jumping, like everything's rattling, and when you're going up, you're like
you're saying that and you wrestle.
Yeah, but that's.
I wish I could. I need to break the seal on being able to do a front drop. I need to get over my fear of doing a front drop on the trampoline.
Not on the floor, just generally. You do big burpee guy.
And that. I like a burpee, but burpee's different because, like with the trampoline, you're up and then you go forward, and I just don't like it. I feel like I'd be uneven, and then I'd come down and like scorpion myself or something. That's where my fear is.
Yeah.
And this is bad because I'm probably going to be playing in goal next Monday, but I can't dive to the right. I always dive to the left.
I can't dive to the right either.
I can, but
it's a mental thing.
Left is hard because left's lovely because we're right-handed.
Yeah,
you can jump down, you can steady yourself, and then you're reaching and doing that. Whereas you're jumping onto your bad arm, and then the weak one's coming over, and I think it just feels wrong to jump.
Thought it is because I can't see how.
Yours is that for sure. I can dive both ways, but it definitely feels more uncomfortable that way.
Yeah,
feels unnatural.
That's where you've got Patrick Warrett.
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
All that.
Another one is like if I was near a bouncy castle, if we were like at a wedding, and then the adults got a bouncy castle.
We haven't got one.
I'm on it.
I would really be like, people would be pushing me to go on it. I'm like I don't know why. Like, I just feel really uneasy about the idea. I really don't like the idea of bouncing in front of people in any way.
Okay, that's strange.
Like if you met someone and just pogoed,
just in front of them,
yeah, like that, and your face is moving, and they can feel your body hitting the ground. Yeah. Like there's something so wrong and kind of
corrupt.
Yeah, it's very personal. I think bouncing is very personal, and I can't get my head around it.
It's vulnerable. That's what it is. Because you're leaving the earth for that split second. They could take advantage of you while you're off the earth. You've left the earth for a second.
If you're talking about me, barely a second.
Like if you're in a situation where someone's like, "Could you pick that up?" But you're in like a setting where there's a lot of people.
Yeah,
you feel very like, "Oh my!" Like, why am I the one that has to do it?
Yeah.
Like. If let's say we get off a plane and a bus turns up and it's going to pick up a load of people and there's 50 strangers and then us.
Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable to be like, guys, we're getting on?
What, in that scenario?
Yeah. I'm fine with that. But I'm saying.
I think I'm fine with that.
Is that a seal that could, you're like, oh my God, I know I need to go down. I'm going to wait for someone else there. Like.
Hey, as a mad introvert, any social bit where a spotlight comes on me. Yeah, I don't like it, but I feel like.
Yeah. What about waving at people that aren't waving at you? Does that bother you? I like to just bi-weekly bring that one up.
I need to go back to Orlando and double check whether she was waving at me.
I think you should.
Brother, I don't think you need to double check that. I know she wasn't. Because I think the little girl, she was more likely to be waving at.
How can I come over that? Like, I don't like. How can I overcome that? I don't.
So come. Oh, you said come like 3 different ways, and that's a pizza I don't want.
Oh, I'm looking forward to. I've got in my head a Detroit style pizza I'm making from scratch in a couple of weeks, and I cannot wait.
Why are you doing it in just a couple of weeks? Can you not do it like tonight?
No, my birthday.
Oh, you're making it for your birthday
treat.
Gotcha.
What's a true Detroit style pizza?
It's one of those pan ones that's in
deep.
The square. Yeah, deep pan in the square tin. It's gonna have tons of pepperoni.
So when they're deep, if they're pan, what does that mean?
It's like an actual pie.
It just means.
Does that mean they like any type of pizza?
It's pizza pie.
It's not pie.
It's pizza pie.
Yeah. People don't get it. That's fine.
What'd you say?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I didn't know.
Someone out there laughed at that.
I was thinking about pizza. Probably Max. I reckon
Max laughed.
I reckon Max got it.
Do you want me to explain it to you?
If they're pan.
I said if they're pan, does that mean they like any type of pizza?
Oh, okay.
Pansexual. Happy Pride Month.
Indeed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was it.
I'll make every pizza.
Talking of seals.
Kissed by a rose on the bed. Baby.
When do you break the seal on purchases on a phone to where you have to upgrade to a laptop?
Oh. What, like a bigger purchase?
Yeah.
I don't have a laptop, so
what is the biggest purchase you've ever made on a mobile phone?
Holiday.
On a mobile.
Like some kind of holiday. Yeah. I think the last time I went to everything I did for the stag was on a phone.
Oh, fair. I think it's a little laptop.
And that was a few grand.
It's a little laptop.
I just double clicked it and put it down. I think a phone. I'll say there's another stage is where you need to be in front of another human. Do you know what I mean?
I've done that.
I'd say a holiday, like I'd say a few grand I would be willing to do on my phone.
I don't think I've done one.
You don't spend money, Joe. We get you things.
No big.
And you enjoy yourself.
I'm a hell-kept man.
You are.
I bet the most expensive thing I've ever bought outright was probably the PlayStation 3.
Yeah,
maybe
like 500 quid or something.
Yeah, it was like 500 quid with a couple of games thrown in and a controller or something.
But
and that was in person.
That
was like Curry's or something.
Yeah, that's what I mean, in person. Yeah,
I don't think I've done one on a phone.
I'd say now I would.
I don't have money to spend.
Would you say holidays here and then a car's here and a house is here? I don't think I could buy like a car online, even on a laptop. I'd need to be in front of someone.
Yeah. Well, yeah, those purchases, I don't think you can get really like a car delivered or a house.
I don't think a house, but a car I think you can buy online.
Yeah.
Houses are done over the phone, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think
I don't necessarily. The only reason I moved to a laptop for some of the Vegas stuff, booking some of the Vegas like activities, was just because it was easier to have multiple tabs open. But I don't mind any amount of money being spent on
a phone.
Yeah,
I think I'm fairly happy with my phone. Even if I've got the Mac, I rarely open it to search unless I didn't like the price of something and I wanted different cookies.
Good.
That's good advice. By the way, that's bro science. Don't know if it's true, but I would still definitely try it.
Solid daddy advice.
Then, like you said, Daddy, I must admit. All right, yeah, dog's got to eat.
That was last week. That was the fatherly advice podcast.
That's right. Yeah. I can't remember. Did you guys give me any good advice? I can't remember.
I don't remember what I said.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Bruno gave really good advice. I feel like, but I have to listen it back.
You did like my advice, but however, after editing and watching it back, I think it was very similar to the advice that we gave Max as well.
Oh, okay.
But it kind of
works for everything.
He's back. Max is back.
So works for everything.
Oh my god! We can't take a week off because I am rusty.
You almost sealed back over.
Yeah,
because that's what happens. They reseal.
Yeah, at least we can break the seal. I had quite a few things for last week. That Gloucestershire
cheese, my goodness,
cheese rolling is probably too far gone now, but that was wild. I think someone.
Yeah, I think they did.
I think that's what happened. Yeah,
that's one of the gnarliest things I've ever seen. But I mean, why run downhill that fast?
I don't understand it. But did you see it from the camera angle that it was like through in front of some houses as well? So it literally looked like it was in someone's back garden. And I was trying to think last week, trying to do a solo podcast on, did this thing just evolve from a couple of mates in the garden being like, I can beat you down there running, to an annual event where hundreds of people risk their lives to get down?
I think so. I think that's exactly.
It must be something like
a couple drunk lads.
I don't know who stops the cheese.
It's mental.
Yeah, where is the cheese? I didn't even see the cheese.
Where I don't get the. Yeah, is it a piece of cheese?
It's a 10-foot piece of cheese.
Big wheel. Yeah,
it's a 10-foot piece of cheese.
It's just a giant wheel, and it's bowling down there.
Do we get to?
It's still going.
Do we get to eat it at the end?
Yeah, whoever survives
eats it. Yeah,
you have to stop it though.
It's still going.
Bruno's irrational thought is he reckons he could lean a shoulder in and stop that cheese at the bottom.
I thought it's somewhere near the south coast at this point.
Honestly, that would.
Which way to France?
It would be so bad to be in front of that cheese. Actually, like, the people are struggling. Like,
even the mice were looking at it like, well, I'm okay.
Talk about breaking a seal. I don't run downhill ever.
Nah.
My God.
Only uphill.
If you want me to straighten out and go up.
I would roll down a hill sideways. I would definitely not run down a hill.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like anything about that cheese thing. I do like watching it though.
I tell you what, if it was an even hill, like, you know, it's just flat.
Heel.
If you wheel.
If you wheel.
Like just a flat hill that you know's got no. Yeah, but I mean.
Oh, the bumps, the niggly bump stuff.
Like, could you imagine running down our hill out there with all the like troughs and stuff?
Oh my God.
A leg so quick.
No.
Snap a leg. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're right. I just don't like going downhill at all anymore. It's something I didn't want to sort of Champions League final, but a guy came on for 5 minutes and straightened his legs out. And that's me on a hill. Like, he was running and also, you try and stop yourself and he goes dead straight, and then for whatever reason that makes your whole body go 10 feet in the air. Like, it's like how who's the baseball player that played NFL?
Oh,
Bo Jackson? Bo Jackson? Bo Jackson?
yeah.
He tore his ACL that way, where he's running on the sideline and then he straightened his knee out, ruptured everything.
Ugh.
Ended it all for him.
Yeesh. That happens when you try to do all the sports.
And Russell Wilson did that as well, didn't he? I swear he was quite good in baseball.
He's a better baseball player than he is the NFL, but he didn't. I think he's played professional, but he played like the first bit. He was heavily scouted for baseball.
I think Patrick Mahomes.
And Mahomes, yeah. But Mahomes said he's going to do it.
He loves baseball.
But I swear Russell Wilson did do a summer series with someone. Yeah.
Really? I know
Tom Brady. Tom Brady tried out for. It was before football.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he nearly got into Boston Red Sox, maybe.
Yeah, I know.
As a catcher.
Okay, Mahomes said he will. He said he wants to be one of the few that has won the World Series and the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Like Harry Kane wants to also kick in the NFL.
Yeah.
And said he wants to be the first person to win, well, he's only just won something, so it's tough. But
he's got to win stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, with Bayern Munich or England, if he could win the World Cup and a Super Bowl, no one's ever good.
That's
No. He's got a long way to go because he's got to do both of them still. And he's right at the end, so.
He's pretty much nearly at the limit, I would say.
I bet he'd be a good kicker.
There's definitely never an NFL player that could make it as a soccer.
No, you can't do that.
No,
I don't know why.
It's too skill based.
Yeah, it is very much so. The other thing, talking about age, is are we aging better than our parents' generation?
I have a strong opinion on this. Yes and no. We are physically looking. We don't look like Bruno, your dad, no offense. At your age, you could pass for 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your dad could pass for 60 at your age. And so could any of our parents.
Yeah. Everyone looked older.
We look younger, but I think we're aging quicker in the sense that I think people are like 30 think they're old.
Yeah.
I speak to a lot of 30-year-olds and they're like, I'm so old, the old back's gone, the knees. And it's like, you're 30.
Yeah.
Whereas our parents, when I think of holidays.
Yeah, they stay young.
You think back and they're like, they're going cycling up a mountain in Spain or something. And then that night, they're then cooking a barbecue. They're up early next day. They're going for a hike.
Sounds like Lisa's dad.
Yeah, they're doing all that. And then you look back and you're like, they were 48 at that point.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Yeah. My dad was skiing and way into his 50s.
Yeah. Whereas already, I think our generation, we're like, but it could hurt me or it could be knackering. I'd rather lay on a bed or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that. I think I'm not aged as much because I don't have the stresses that my parents had.
Yeah, of course. But you could also buy a house for £3 back then. So do you know what I mean? Like, we've got different things nowadays.
Yeah.
And we've got to deal with social media.
There's a lot more pressure now.
I mean, they completely destroyed the economy. They completely destroyed the ocean. And they aged super quick. But I mean, I just think the general toll, it could also be the gym generation. It sounds really bad.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm in agony. I'm a wrestler. I'm not someone you could talk to about it because I've got a messed up neck, messed up back, bad knees. That's wrestling and playing football from a young age.
Yeah.
That's not life that's done that. And also working out. If you've never really been a strong workout or wrestled or done something crazy like that, you shouldn't really be in pain.
You should be fine. Yeah.
You should be relatively fine until you're mid-40s, minimum.
But if you're training properly, then you wouldn't be in pain either.
Yeah, technically, it can actually help you stay kind of lubricated and strong.
I think, sports science, flexibility.
Flexibility is the one. This is what because I was watching a story video the other day, and it was this French guy, John from work, and he's a climber. He called the barefoot something, barefoot Clyde, something like that. But he's known for barefoot climbing in France. And he went and did this thing. It was a kilometer. His floor is lava, but it was on these giant stones with massive gaps.
Nice.
So store, obviously, they're setting up for their thing. They're dialing how many feet they got to do and what kind of grab. And then he's last. And every time he does it, he just kind of jumps across and he lands ankle first. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, it's so different because he trains for function.
Yeah.
They train for sport. So if you train the gym, for example, Barefoot Charles just came from my computer from Lissy.
Can she hear us?
Job is shouting.
Can they hear everything we say?
They better not.
Oh God!
The function part of it, I think, is massive because Bruno sent me these TikToks, which were guys doing sissy squats, where you're on tiptoes and your knees come over. Whereas in the gym,
you showed me them last week.
Knees back, sit down, and that builds muscle. But it doesn't build functionality.
Yeah.
Bron Breaker was joking with Randy Orton. Randy Orton was like, non-functional, functional.
Yeah.
And there is a difference between someone who's very functional and also Bron Breaker is not very functional compared to a 160-pound skinny guy who can jump from 50 feet and land toes over knees and be like, yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's a way of training for function the way you would ache less for a long time. Like yoga, things like that will help. I tell you what doesn't help, bench press, because my pecs are like Velcro. Like they crunch on the way out, but it's a matter of time until they're gone.
I think you could help your body. Obviously, the wear and tear probably will never go, but I feel like you could make it.
Oh, definitely,
lubricate it a little bit.
Oh, yeah. There's like inflammation with foods that I eat. All the foods that have inflammation in. I drink like Diet Coke.
Don't eat tomatoes.
Tom Brady, he's desperate.
Mate.
There's a lot of things, 100%. But I've definitely put myself at a harder keel, just doing what I've done, but which is not a problem. I also don't feel awful.
Hey, and soft hands over it. I'm Peter Pan. I'm never aging.
No, you're not. You just if this guy gets to 200 lbs, I mean, he's going to be. He might live forever.
He might.
Because his heart is this big now as well, so it's really going to pump around.
If he gets too small, we'll see it. He's one big heart.
Between his back, he's like, there it is.
He's half arms.
He's like, look.
Oh, aggressive. But not like a human heart, like a love.
Oh. He's a heart with arms. He's like the Kool-Aid man. He's a giant heart.
Oh, no.
Because what side it was.
When he's sleeping, he's just like.
What start? Oh, God.
That's it.
Mate, we'll see.
We shall.
Because what started it was the 30-year-olds in the 80s with Hulk Hogan versus 30-year-olds now as Logan Paul.
Well, someone had Earthquake.
Yeah.
When he was in like the national disasters, like the tag team went in Hall of Fame this year. They were 23 at that point. And they're like the big bullets and the big beards, hairy big guys.
Mad.
Yeah, But again, you also do. I know people that I assume are like 30 odd.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, no, I'm 21.
Yeah. Oh, God.
It's got you, is it? The rain's got you.
I'm so sorry.
Joe was like really doing well. And now he's like right on the button. He's his age.
It's caught up with me now.
And don't be fooled, by the way. Bruno's got all the filters on the world. Like he's wrinkly as anything when he's under his eyes.
Physically, it might have caught up with Joe, but I still think he's a Peter Pan.
I'll always be a Peter Pan. I love everyone.
Some would say mentally, it's actually...
It's probably a problem.
He's like Benjamin Button, but just his mental's going one way, his head's going, He's aging. He's at about 6 now.
Oh, yeah, a crayon.
Do you know what you need, Joe?
What do I need?
An emotional support kangaroo.
You know about this kangaroo?
I saw it pop up in my thing, but I haven't watched it yet.
He had his little boarding pass and his little hand.
Did he?
And he didn't let him on. It turns out he finished the story. He's on.
Oh, he's on. He got on.
He was sat there. His legs are kicking. Like you
I saw the first part of this where they refused
behind you.
They refused entry. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
they sat behind you, but there's
kicking. He can keep all his carry-on in his pouch, though.
And some say that Morgan Wallen is a kangaroo at times. Because if you ever watch him on stage, he'll run and do this like...
He does, yeah.
Kangaroo.
I actually really want to see Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, I'd like to see.
Oh, I didn't say. I don't know if I did. Did I tell you? I did put it in one of the group chats. I'm going to the Grand Ole Opry in London.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Who's performing?
On my own. Luke Combs.
That's very cool.
When's this?
When is it?
In the Royal Albert Hall in September.
That's incredible. That'd be incredible.
I can't wait, but I am petrified of doing it.
Breaking the seal.
Yeah, he's
full circle.
Breaking the seal.
It'd be good.
And the final thing, which I actually had last week, was "Are we clowns?" Because because leading up to the AMAs last week, all it was that Taylor Swift was going to announce that she's releasing Reputation, the Taylor's version, but that's been blown out the water since because Babe just bought the whole damn catalog back.
Oh, really? I haven't heard any of this.
Have you not seen it? Oh,
I'm not in that lore much.
She's absolutely done Scooter Braun. She's got all her albums back. She owns all her music.
In amongst that, did you say the word Scooter Braun? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Interesting. Is he the one that's with Demi Lovato, whatever her name is?
He's the one that managed Justin Bieber.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're thinking of...
He's that guy.
Can't remember his name.
It's not. I've said the wrong woman as well. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm so far away from it, but it's close enough.
Is there still
Selena Gomez is married to Lil Dicky.
She's not married. It's Charles. No,
Benny
not Charles
Blanco.
Gambino, you know he's called
Benny Blanco.
Yeah, I think it's that, and he cheated on her.
Oh no, I didn't know about that. That's sad.
Yeah.
And who's the one that's with Kylie Jenner? Who's in
Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Timothy
Chalamet.
Thank you.
Shyamalan.
He made that film with Josh Hartnett, I think.
Oh, Tim Shyamalan.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
I like him, even though he's a Knicks fan. But go Pacers.
Go Pacers, yeah.
But I got a lot of time for Timothy Chalamet.
I honestly don't know who that guy is. Is he in the Von Erich film?
He's in The Bear.
And Von Erich. Is that him?
No, it's not.
Who's that guy? I like that guy.
He's good.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's in the Von Erich thing, yeah.
Yeah, the Von Erich guy's cool. This guy, I don't know about him.
Nah, he's Wonka.
He's not that bad.
You
Wonka? Yeah. Oh, okay. Is that right?
Yeah. So Taylor Swift now owns all of her. That's the massive news that came out Thursday or Friday. That was huge. That was groundbreaking news.
Is she going to get my girl Blake Lively out of trouble yet? Or is she just hiding in the sand?
That's
she put her head in the sand, is she?
No. She's not head in the sand. She's fully
she needs to do the right
separated.
Thing and help.
She's fully separated.
Our queen.
She's re-recording her first country album, isn't she? Taylor Swift.
I think
she's going to re-record her first country album and re-release it, but she's doing it again now, like recording it now, but re-releasing it.
The only two albums that she has left to release are Reputation and Taylor Swift.
I'm gonna be honest, you probably know more than I do.
Bruno, these albums have already been out.
But
it's unreleased albums.
No, these. So when her old record label sold her catalog to Scooter Braun, she then re-recorded all of her albums as a Taylor's version. So she won. Like she basically took
she went, okay, I'll redo it then.
The streams of that. Yeah.
And now she's got back.
But the two that she didn't finish were her name, Taylor Swift, and her Reputation. Like honestly, this
I can't stand you right now when you're 20.
She is levels.
Uncovered ick.
She is playing multi-dimensional chess while we're playing Snickers. I don't know, but
disgusting. Everything
playing with
said.
Snickers.
Honestly, you've wound me up more than.
But she's queen. She is the queen.
She should help the real queen, but she's obviously bearing her head.
She's modern day Jesus. I swear. All right.
Yeah, that hasn't offended anyone, I'm sure. But no, not now. We're not
he's trying to get out. Did you see that?
Yeah, he's trying to end on his high.
We have been the Peppercorn Boys.
Big Billy Big bollocks.
I had something to say and I've completely forgotten it, so don't worry about it.
Oh.
I thought it was. I don't know if it was good. I can't remember.
Oh, man.
It was something that I thought, that happened, and we didn't talk about it, but I've forgotten.
I feel like a lot has happened.
I think I actually got all the stuff that I wanted to do last week.
He's talking like Chris Tucker then. That really went in my ear.
I like how you got both headphones in.
Yeah. I really want to hear you.
You don't. It normally said you're a little bit wobbly.
Yeah, I'm dizzy.
If you have two headphones
I'm dizzy.
in.
And I've got the laptop there and the camera's there, so I'm like...
Mate, hey, do you know what, Scott? Go see your boy, all right? Go cuddle up with your boy. I'll be up very shortly to meet the little guy. And hopefully by then he may have a name.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Baby Bishton on his paperwork.
Thank you. Give it a name.
Hey, like I said,
now it
has been the Peppercorn.
It worked that time. Man, I wish I could think of what that was.
Do wanna see us off?
No, I'm trying to think of that other thing.
All right.
I
Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, it's when you brought up Taylor Swift. That's what. Look at who's that. You brought up Taylor Swift, and it reminded me of something, and I can't remember what it was. Now, what could that have been? Your birthday present. I was trying to get you a card, and it was Kanye West disrespecting Taylor Swift in a PSA 10. Yeah, and I
Get me
I
that.
went up.
Get me that.
Bruno,
card.
I went up as high as £25, and it went for like $4,000. So
did it?
I was not in the right auction. Yeah, I was like, oh, I might win this. At one point, I had it at 11. I thought, whoa, no. I got to 25, and I said, now I'm annoyed.
You're in the wrong tax bracket, brother.
And then I tried to get you a game used Anthony Richardson patch.
Ooh.
Went up to 30 quid. Went for 40 something.
Did it?
So hey, I'm working.
I appreciate the attempt, but please, 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 don't give me a birthday present. No presents needed.
He's doing this bit. He's doing this for the women.
No presents needed.
This is just for the women.
Do you know what I want? I want your present.
He's doing this just for the women. Women, don't shut up. Don't listen to him. He's trying to act all high. As soon as this ends, he's going to, what you got me?
Yeah.
I'm going to get you an Embuemo card.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, boy. And a Cunha.
They got a couple good players. I don't know how they've convinced them, but they've done it, which is very impressive. Bruno.
Because we're United.
It's the United draw. It's still the big. You got to turn down the big ones just to go there. I've got nothing else to say.
It's all right. This has been another episode of the Peppercorn Boys. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, you can catch us every single Monday. Hit that subscribe button. Support the podcast. We need you. We need.
What?
God.
Is that off-putting when I yawn?
Let the people say